Live.
We're live. It is 8 p.m. UK time. Hello and welcome to the Sunday Stroll live stream.
Yay. Hello.
I have been very, well, bastard, passed the buck over to host this, so I will try my best. This is basically a Sunday Stroll live stream on the best of, shall we say. Talking about some of our favourite episodes, favourite questions, and we'd love for, obviously, as always, for you to all get involved. Let us know what you thought of the series as a whole, and do you want it brought back for a second series? So,
oh shit,
once Doc's taken that weird thing out of his gob, we will proceed. Right, let's go for our first ever episode. Cast your minds back, way back.
Are we talking about the
Dan? Dan?
What?
Oh, that's me.
8 p.m. UK time.
Someone's got feedback.
This Sunday Stroll live stream.
Turn it off.
My voice echoed back to me. Not cool.
Who's that? Who's doing that?
Oh, that was me, I think.
Oh, shocking.
I have been very
Shocking.
I've turned it off now. I turned it off ages ago.
to host this. So I will try my best. So very rude. Basically, Sunday Stroll live
Who's doing it?
on the best of.
We had this last time, yeah.
Episodes, favourite questions.
Do you know what? Right. Hold on.
It's all fine. Then we go
Are
live.
you guys seriously like back for a second series? So, Doc's taken that weird thing out of his gob.
Who is it?
I took it out of my mouth ages ago, Dan.
Right, whoever that is, seriously, totally interrupting my flow.
Whoops. Who was that?
Steve.
It definitely wasn't me.
Sorry.
I'm on
Sorry. My
Right,
bad.
go on then. Take it away, Dan.
That's it, it's gone. I had a flow and it's gone.
The first episode we were
First
talking
ever
about.
episode. Right, way back. Can you remember when we did it?
Are we talking about the pilot?
Yes, we are. The pilot right before. Oh yeah, pilot right before the first episode. Shall we say?
I remember getting a message to say, "What do you think of this?" I'm thinking, because I think originally it was just going to be you doing it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was funny enough just walking my dog, as you do, and was thinking, what can I do in terms of taking something outside? Because all my videos had obviously been inside, and I wanted to kind of do something with my camera outside while I'm walking my dog to something else to do. And I was like, what can I do to take something outside? And just kind of hit me, like, why don't I do some sort of like piece to camera where we're talking about our favourite games and doing it more outside? So I was going to do like a one-off episode by myself, and then before I knew it, you guys seemed to be that interested you wanted to jump on. So it kind of hit me kind of quite quickly, really. I didn't quite expect it to kind of get the response from you guys anyway, let alone everyone else.
The first episode went out kind of fast, didn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it was just like, we've got this idea, want you guys on board. It was just like pop, 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 and then we did it. We ended up doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, I didn't expect it to take off anywhere near as much as it did. I mean, I put up a really kind of poor, kind of hashed video, and then obviously Intigos very kindly took that and did better.
Remixed it.
He remixed it. He put his own spin on it, and made it look really good. Yeah, it just kind of spurred me on to want to do more. But I was always taking it one step at a time. I didn't expect anything like massive. I was just like, we'll just see what happens. But I thought it would fizzle out after like 1 or 2 episodes. I really did.
But that first pilot also shows how long ago it was that we started the series, because if I remember rightly, the pilot was Easter.
It was Easter. Correct. We were talking about what we did for Easter.
Shocks was talking about chasing bunny rabbits, wasn't he, with a gun?
Shooting the Easter bunny or something.
He was. He was talking about hunting rabbit.
And as you can tell by the hat,
Yeah,
I
he
actually
wasn't
did do it, because this is made out of genuine rabbit. Genuine Easter bunny.
Genuine Easter bunny.
You look like a Smurf.
Brave.
I am.
Proper smart.
Yeah, Papa Smurf. Shocks a Smurf.
Oh dear.
Shocker Smurf.
Shocker Smurf.
It works. It works. Oh dear. That's good. Yeah, and the fact that mine used to crack because I had to work.
Yeah, what do you call it? I was at my parents' house that weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for Easter. I remember it well.
That's the only one I was in, wasn't it?
That's what I was doing.
Yeah, I think it was. And then like Interghost wasn't in for like the next 4 or 5.
No.
Well,
There
at
goes
one point, were we not going to lose you, Adam?
And then people started saying, like John, JL76 Gaming was like, are you replacing him? What's going on? Are you going on as just a trio?
We should have took auditions.
Yeah, we should have done. We should have done the Stroll Factor.
I think if we did that, we'd all be out of a job, though, wouldn't we? There'd be 40.
Everybody would be better.
There's four replacements.
Better than us. Oh dear. Yeah, but we proved everyone wrong, and obviously Interghost come back, and it was all good in the end.
Yeah, I've got to admit, I think it would have been a massive loss if Interghost did go, and like you said, you don't know when you start these things, you don't know how long they're going to do, if they're going to take off or anything like that. Being outside of YouTube, everybody's got their commitments, everybody's got different commitments to different people, so it's always going to be a push, and you know, with a family and with like holding down work and everything, it's fucking hard to get. You know, and it's when you break it down and think, well, it's only 5 minutes in the park. It's not that, because obviously you need to think about it, and those 5 minutes could be an hour's worth of work, you know. So, and
people, I don't think a lot of people outside realise it either. When they watch it, they just I don't really take it for granted as such, but they just they think it is only taking like minutes when it actually takes a long time.
Well, that's why I kind of slowed down on the Toilet Thursdays, because I think I did one, and it was a real bitch to edit. And it was like
if you run something on a regular basis, then it's always going to catch up with you. So
that's why I think, you know, the way that's done.
I've done loads of times where I thought I'd do a weekly series, and it's so much work.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Are you talking about the XCOM?
Yeah, among other things, yeah.
that XCOM was really good.
That's that, mate. It was a shame because
I was really into that XCOM.
It'll be back, I'm sure.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I didn't get killed.
I got killed.
You know,
did I see that? Has that episode actually gone up? Did you post that episode?
Which one?
So, yeah, I think I got killed in like the second one. So.
Really? We only got to the second one before you cancelled the show.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Very.
But I've done it I've done that.
I think it's.
3 times.
You're not going to reboot it, are you? You're just going to come back from where you
left
off.
I've still got it saved, and I'll just start from where I left off.
Yeah.
And that's when you bring it back, Ghost, and then your intro then makes no sense.
I'll just jump over that.
Because it talks about it kind of fizzling out. It kind of spins off the screen. You need to kind of re-edit that and say like, only kidding, and it kind of spin back again.
Do a voiceover, you singing the last bar, make different words up to your lyrics, change the lyrics in it.
Yeah.
Get the X Factor voiceover man. Get the X Factor guy to go, oh, only joking.
The boss is back.
I think in all seriousness, though, when you've got a family and you've got a lot of commitments, even to do your own stuff by yourself is hard enough. To then have to bring 4 people together, is obviously going to be very tough. So, yeah, I'm very grateful to all of you guys and Interghost. I'm glad you came back and that you was able to do what you did. So, it's all good.
True say, who the hell would we have got to replace him anyway? We wouldn't have replaced you anyway, would we? Really?
That's why we would have.
So I mean, it would have just carried on as like a free thing.
Free, as a 3 of us. We would have just stopped. Oh, it would have stopped.
Yeah, or it would have stopped. Yeah.
I think it would have filtered out a little bit more than it did. No, that sounds wrong. I wasn't saying it's filtered out, but I think it would have slowed down a lot if Ghost wasn't there. Just because
I have to admit, I did freak out a little bit. Like the more episodes that Ghost wasn't in, the more I started to panic because I was like starting to come to this kind of horrible realization that actually he might not be in it at all anymore.
It became like a bit of a game, though, didn't it? Like, isn't a ghost going to be in this episode? Is he going to be in it?
Yeah, and I was constantly and it was like, have I got to put another note on this video at the end to say, dude, it's like, make it.
Could we have that idea of every time a ghost missed an episode, we was going to put a pocket with him somewhere, hide him somewhere.
Everything cardboard cut out.
Yeah, but where's Wally?
Spot Ghost.
Where's Ghost?
Yeah, definitely. So all the questions that we compiled together, some of them I found online, others I thought up in my head, but would still obviously have been answered before online. Some, weirdly enough, were ones you'd think I would have come up with to start with, but then didn't realise until the end that I hadn't actually come up with them until right at the last minute. So like the very last episode we did on music, to think that I wouldn't have done that one of the first few episodes is just bizarre. But we covered, we went very in depth.
Yeah, basically, like
I think we did it in a lot of detail. What we did come up with, a lot.
Like, just to explain that the questions do come from Dan, because like Dan came up with a series. He does comes up with the questions, and then we basically just run with it, don't we? So
yeah. I think I kind of challenged myself.
Wondering why he's there going, I thought of this and I thought of that. It's not because he's being big-headed. It's because he actually did.
Yeah, and if I did find it online, then I found it online and I would have said that. But yeah, I mean, I challenged myself a lot by restricting it to retro gaming, because when I first started, I thought, I'll do a bit on gaming, see how it goes, and then it probably fizzle out. But then when I realised that the momentum was still going and we were still recording, it was like, oh crap, okay, so I've got to get some more together. And I was going to branch out, and then it got to a stage where I was just like, we're doing gaming now every week, let's just stick to that. But that also restricted me a little bit, so it was really challenging to try and think of another one that was new each week that was still gaming related.
Yeah, but don't forget.
But I managed to do it, and you know, we
are branching out, aren't we? We've got plans to branch out on different questions, like not take it outside of gaming, aren't we?
Yeah, if we come back and people want us to, then we're going to branch out into film, music, maybe sport, even though I don't really know much, so I'll be very limited to do that, just so you know. But
what sports do you like? That could be one of the questions.
Yeah, true. Well, I used to play a lot of tennis, but that's pretty much it. Yeah, no, we're going to branch out if we do another season and talk about a load of other things as well. That's not always retro gaming. We'll still stick to a little bit of it, but not as much as we've done. We've exhausted it. I think we've exhausted it pretty much in a lot of respects. So. Does anyone have a favourite question that was asked? Anyone have any kind of like really funny, kind of interesting things that happened that they can remember?
Well, yeah, my favourite clip. Sorry.
Go on.
Head first dive into the river.
What was that?
Dan's river shot, where he did the old.
Was that when it happened and then you looked at the camera like?
Yeah, I think it was the first ever episode we did, and the first thing that happened to me was I was trying to do a piece to camera and I kept having all these sheep making a racket behind me, and I was trying to talk and it was going meh, meh. So I couldn't get my words out, so I started laughing, and I put that in, and then obviously the big one at the end where I was walking across the field in the wet and went sliding across and nearly fell in the river. I was literally like this close. I was like this close from falling all the way down the mud. So yeah, that's on the outtakes at the end.
Just think of how good it would have been if you actually did go in, though, Don.
Well, you would have lost the footage.
Only yours.
You would have never seen it. You'd have never seen it.
I think my favourite question I was asked was the last one about the soundtrack to music.
Yeah, that was mine.
That's the only one you can remember, Steve.
Okay, yeah, it was.
That's the only one you can remember.
Because it was the last one we did.
Yeah. No, I thought the last one was really, really good. I mean, I would say it's my favourite question, but then I'm quite biased because I'm obviously a musician. But I love video game music, so I thought it was a great one to put in. And obviously, the last episode is just yeah, quite nice in the fact that we managed to get at least 3 of us together. I think quite a few people were surprised by it. As soon as they started seeing us cross over in the footage, I think they started to realise that we'd managed to shoot on location, which might hopefully was quite a nice surprise for a lot of people. Shot on location. Location.
Without any permits.
Yeah, we did it. But yeah, a lot of things. One thing that not a lot of people that are maybe watching, that don't know is that during the last episode, you can just about hear it if you listen carefully. But if you don't know about it, you probably wouldn't have actually noticed it. But there's a point where, this is also for Steve, who wasn't there, where Interghost was doing some recording of his shot, and he was walking down the road, and there was this bloody woman and 2 kids, and they were walking down the road. And it happened to be, as soon as we started recording, these kids started screaming their heads off, and you can just hear it if you listen carefully in Interghost footage on that episode. We tried to avoid it, but again, it's just one of those things. We did a whole episode, we did a whole shoot, and then it got ruined because of the wind. We went into the hotel, realised it had messed up, deleted it, went and did it again. When we did it the second time, then we had all those kids come out. I was just like, oh.
Dan nearly got run over by a car.
And I nearly got run over by a car. And also, there's another bit where Shox is doing his bit to camera, and I end up walking the wrong way. If you look closely, this is all the different spoilers that no one's noticed. If you look closely on Shox's first little bit to camera, I walk up him and you can still see me, and then Indigo starts walking towards him, so I then run off down the other way, and you can just see me go running off the camera. Oh, it's funny because I just like to go one way. So
I was going to say, in the first shot of it, do you remember the first take we did? I freaked Dan out because we were doing like
yeah, that's
on my one, when I took the camera off of Shox, I actually ran from one side of the car park to the other, and basically just said, Donkey Kong's my favourite one, and the look on Dan's face as I was running towards him, and I just shut the camera back at him. I literally was on the camera for about 10 seconds.
Interghost thought, I'll run towards Dan because I'm not going to say much, I can get to him quicker. But I thought he was running towards me to say, like, Dan, your phone's messed up, I've stopped recording, you need to start again. So I'm looking as if to say, what have you done to my phone? And all it was, my phone was fine, it was still recording, you just wanted to get to me quicker so we could get back to my bit. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you running? And my face, I was just so confused. And I expected him to come up to me and be like, it's not working.
But he literally all he said is, I like Donkey Kong Country because it's good, and there's something like that, and it just passed the room back.
Yeah, you just see him running proper full pelt and everything.
Did any of you ever do that when we do it on stream? It was a case of like, right, I love Streets of Rage 2. I love I love the soundtrack and everything.
Both said Streets of Rage 2.
One of my picks is Streets of Rage 2 because it's good. And and there's that was good as well. So that was my Sunday Stroll, guys.
What about Shox? Shox goes, oh yes, Sonic. Oh, well, the music is just stunning because so that's my pick.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, go on. The other bit was where
comments, mate.
We got comments.
Yeah, we got comments.
Comments they're on this. I've got your thing. I've got the.
Right, let me read them out.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay, carry on. Guys,
get
involved. Ask questions. No comments.
There's no comments. Really?
Is there anybody watching?
There is
two people watching, and I am definitely one of them because I'm checking the comments.
This is going well.
I'm enjoying it.
Hey, that was your promo, Dan. You killed it.
Yeah, because according to Steve, I was giving birth.
Here, looking down.
Yeah, because I did it really quickly because I was so busy, and I didn't have anywhere to rest it, so I put it next to the cupboard on the floor, so it was like ground level. So I was just like, but the way it's been shot, you can't quite see that I'm wearing shorts. But there we are.
Are you telling me you've got no pants on, no, Don?
Yeah.
You're like a newsreader,
Yeah.
just dressed from the top.
Yeah. I've got another one. Do you remember during the episode where Interghost is like singing the Donkey Kong Country theme tune, and he looks at me and he starts laughing, and he's going do 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 do, and he sort of goes. Do, 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 do. And when you, Shocks, decided to right at the start being really rude at the other end of the car park, I couldn't get the words out.
I was trying to put you off.
You put me off big time. There's a few secrets. There's a few secrets to the last episode, as what you might not have noticed. You heard it here first.
One of the seamless ones was I wasn't actually with the guys.
You know, you wouldn't have believed that because it was brilliant. I love the Fenton bit where your dog runs up to the phone and sniffs it.
Yeah, so clever.
Fenton!
Like a dog nose on the camera.
Fenton.
That clip I've only just found out. Well, not only just, but about 6 months ago, my wife Sarah, she showed me it. Have you never heard it? It's been going for years, hasn't it? It's been sort of like a YouTube thing for years, but. I watched it, and we were on a caravan holiday at the time. I spent about an hour just going through the whole sort of like, you know, Fenton, Jurassic Park, Fenton Matrix, you know, Fenton like with the attacks coming out, like.
Oh yeah.
So funny.
It was very good. I really enjoyed it because there's like the three of us, and it's really nice, and then the music's really like moving, and then it's kind of like, and then something moves into from like something quite nice to then like comedy. It's really good. It's a nice transition.
Steve, on that shot, did you shout that thing out twice, like Fenton, Jesus Christ, or did you double it up? Because it sounded like
that's the clip, mate. That's the actual YouTube clip. I use that, so we might get a copyright strike at some point.
So it's not actually you then.
It's on my channel. It's on my channel.
The last episode's fantastic. You must go and watch it. This video has been removed.
Yeah, it's all gone. I couldn't believe it.
When actually you shouting Fenton then?
No. That was
overlaid.
That was off the. Yeah.
But I have to admit, though, the way you've done it, Steve, you've made it sound like almost to an extent you've said it, because when you actually come into shot, when you're walking past, it gets louder. So it kind of sounds like you've come in shot.
That's what I thought it was.
That's what happens when you're an artist.
Mm.
A skilled artist. I love it.
the artist formerly known as Gashead 66.
I shall tell you another
London Retro Gamer.
Retro gamer.
Flash Gashead 66. Flash Gashead Steve.
No, right, Gashead Steve's
Shall
alright.
I go have another highlight?
Yeah,
that's fine. Another highlight of the season, our 2 extended episodes. Well, there's 3, but there's 2 kind of official ones that include special guests.
Yes.
I love that. I thought our special guests were awesome. I thought they each had unique things to bring to the table, especially Novabug and Gashead's awesome collaboration where they.
That was awesome. I love that episode.
It was so good. I mean, when I first watched that, when Novabug first walks past the log right at the start, you don't realise what's going on, and he goes, "There's some random guy on a log."
Yeah. You don't realise it's.
There was
like
just some
Steve,
on
the
the log. I didn't twig at all, and it wasn't until obviously Steve starts walking past, and then obviously you get a Novabug again going, "Rise from your grave."
That's what I twigged. I was like, hold on a minute, you mean to say that with Gashead in the background? I was like,
a little story.
Gashead's perspective.
We done that. Not I can't remember what the field's called now, but it's a massive park, and basically you get a lot of dog walkers, a lot of runners, a lot of cyclists, and everything there. And that last bit when I'm talking about Uncharted 2,
Yeah.
Novabug's talking about Conker's bad fur day, was it?
Yeah, where he says about he's sitting on the bench, isn't he?
No. Sorry, he's talking about another game right at the end, and we're walking into each other, and then we stop, and it's like, Novabug, Gashead, what are you doing? That took about 5 shots because people just kept on walking behind. It was like, right, I was standing there, Chris was standing there, and they were like, right, go. And you see somebody come off here and sort of come into our line. It was like, back we go. Yeah, such a pain in the ass that last one was.
Oh.
I don't know if you had to like reshoot your whole thing because of people.
Yeah, and literally because obviously it was times that we were both walking.
Yeah.
I kept on chatting, and I had loads of info on Uncharted 2, and I just went on and on and on, and I was nowhere near my end. And it was like, fuck. So Chris was looking at me. I couldn't even stop. It was like, and Uncharted 2, and it's like, fuck that up. So you're supposed to get it just right. So we're like, there, what the fuck? So
it's all about timing, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. It was really cleverly done, but it also goes back to the whole, people don't quite always realise how much work goes into it when they see the finished edit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's when you realise how much has gone into it, and it was so cleverly done. When I first realised what was going on, it was just like, I couldn't believe that you managed to not to put it off as in you couldn't, but I just couldn't believe, that was going to be into an episode of my season. It was just like sick.
Good. I thought, moving away from that, I thought Scott, when Scott done it, was on Sunday Strollers. I thought
that's cute to leave, isn't it?
I'm actually really intrigued by Scott because I think he's really.
Shucks.
What's he doing? Where's he gone?
He's buggered off because. Yeah.
I think Scott's really interesting. I just think he's very informative. He's got a lot of knowledge on games and everything, so I think he was a perfect guest as well to have on.
Yeah, he did. When he's footage as well, he recorded a hell of a lot more than what I actually showed in the final edit. And the reason why I cut some of it out was because it did just kind of consume a lot of the stuff, and he sort of went off on a bit of a tangent, which is nothing wrong with that because I'm one to talk. I do that a lot anyway. But on the stroll, if you're doing your own videos, it's absolutely fine. But on the stroll, I wanted to try and keep them kind of concise.
Yeah.
And again, he swears an awful lot. And so it was a case of trying to cut out quite a bit of that as well, not because I'm saying you can't, but for the stroll, I just didn't want to give an impression that people don't give a crap and they can just say what they like. Yeah. So I had to kind of dumb that down quite a bit as well. And again, it's not necessarily anything against him. I know everyone's different and that's the way they are, but he did sort of go overboard where there was bits where you thought you didn't have to necessarily swear there. So I just had to dumb it down a little bit. But there's nothing against him or kind of what he recorded because it came out in the end really well, and I used most of it. Just I had to cut quite a bit out because he did a hell of a lot for me, which again I'm not complaining about. So yeah, no, but I'm really grateful that he contributed, and it gave a different spin on the episode as well. So
yeah, I'm just going to stick a link up to the stream because I don't know whether there's a problem or not, but we've only got like 2 viewers, and I know that's probably us both. So we got no comments, which is odd. I know, like
I know Aidan said,
but yeah, at least somebody sort of like popping around. So I just pop a couple of links up.
Okay. And maybe if we're lucky, he'll do that, and then it'll be like ding, ding, ding.
Don't forget that people do watch it after the stream's ended.
Yeah, of course.
You get like your view count seems to go up after the streams actually.
Yeah.
Stop going live.
At the end of the day, we're halfway through. We're halfway through.
We have actually hit the halfway point. Bang on.
We have. Like literally bang on. That was planned.
Let's talk about Jennifer Lawrence, really.
Yeah. So then, Jennifer Lawrence. Have we all seen the pictures?
I saw a picture of someone with like a bruised hand.
That's not the picture we're talking about, but.
No. God.
I can't believe. Inter goes, are you being serious? You don't know who Jennifer Lawrence is?
I am being serious. I don't know who it is.
What?
Oh, mate, this is rough. Hold on, right.
Steve,
It's basically the chick out of the Hunger Games.
I haven't seen it.
Well, see it.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either, but I know what she looks like.
Basically, she's never done a nude scene or anything like that, and somebody's hacked her phone and got all her nude selfies off it. and she's banned.
Did I just hear a war then? Is it somebody just a war?
Yeah, someone just look it up and say, "Whoa."
Right, posted into Ghost on our Facebook.
I'll have a look.
Okay.
Click the link, buddy.
Have a look at it.
Click the oh yeah.
No.
There's going to be 10 minutes of silence now.
Maybe a bit of slapping them.
I was in what was I? I was in a shop the other day, and there were DVDs on the shelves, and they did a parody called The Starving Games. I was just like, what?
Is that kind of like a scary movie type thing?
Yeah, it was from the producers of Date Movie.
Right. They were really bad
Right.
afterwards. You know, I mean, scary movie and all of that. That was wicked.
Yeah.
But then it done sort of like Not Another Date movie.
Yeah.
You know, all that shit. So.
Guys, just to cut over you guys a minute if I can. Someone's posted a comment actually now saying from someone called New VMU, just literally posted like a minute ago, saying, "Plop, I'm here, just doing my own thing in the background though."
Hey.
I don't know.
No, hold on. If my brain works the same way as New VMU, he's talking about us talking about Jennifer Lawrence.
Ah.
Right.
Something in the background.
Yes.
New VMU.
Gangnam Style, Steve.
Right. Say again.
Were you doing Gangnam Style then?
Oop, Gangnam Style.
Yeah.
There's another hit.
Let's sing it. We'll get copyright strike.
New VMU. Who are you? He's got a Neo Geo. Does anybody know him?
No, I mean I just found his channel, and so I now know what he looks like. He's done a pickups video.
Yeah, he's into his PS Vita as well. This is all good.
You see, you comment on this stream, you get free promotion with us.
Yeah, massive free content, mate. Right then.
Hang on a minute. He didn't
We
do
get
it.
the content, you get the promotion. It's a win-win situation.
I've got him. He's no, actually, I beg your pardon. He's not done a pickups. Oh no, he has done a pickups video, but not the one that I was looking at. He liked that one from someone else. So this one's him. So he's done a video response to Infected Flinch. He's done PS3 pickups, Final Fantasy goodness, video response to Cyber Snake 7, cool dude. Video response to Monkey Spaz 5000, cool dude. And yeah, a few others. So that's a bit about New VMU.
Yeah. So what else can we talk about? What we've been watching again?
What we've been watching.
What film and TV wise?
Well, I was thinking of like YouTube videos. Basically, I just want to get you all to watch the 1988 Grammy Awards, Michael Jackson's Grammy Award thing. Grammy performance, 1988 Grammys, Michael Jackson, put that in. And like, you know when you ever watch like an artist and it's almost brought a tear to your eye?
Oh no, it wasn't when he accepted
It's
something.
just like, when you watch Michael Jackson videos, it makes you realise how much of a talent he was. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like
See,
you
I get that when I watch Rolf's Cartoon Club now.
Leave him alone. That man's talented.
Yeah, I miss Animal Hospital.
So the animals don't.
Do you know what? I totally agree with the Michael Jackson thing. But then for me as well, a huge one for me is Robin Williams.
Yeah, that is quite tragic actually, because I
That
think
really hit me.
people like Robin Williams, it's a case of like I grew up with Mork and Mindy,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like I was in my 20s or like late teens when Dead Poets Society came out. I also watched Jumanji. I also watched like what was it, the
Flubber?
no, not Flubber, the photo one where what was it?
When you said you grew up with Mork and Mindy, I was going to say, were you that big baby bloke?
Yeah, I know. That's the egg he came out of.
He was the egg.
That was the egg, yeah. What was it? It wasn't that. What was Nanu Nanu?
Nanu. Oh, come on.
Nanu,
was it?
No, that's
No.
No, it was something like that, wasn't it? It was
Yeah, Nanu or something like that. Nanu.
Hook, yeah, that's another one. That might be it. It's Ghost. Jack. No, I've never seen Jack.
Jack's a great film. One of my favourites ever.
Was it that?
Centennial Man.
Yeah.
Nanu. Nanu.
And one of my favourites, Mrs. Doubtfire.
Do you know what? I never liked Mr. Doubtfire. Never liked it.
Never liked it.
No.
It's like the perfect film.
I can't say it's my favourite either, but I always used to, for years and years, I'll probably get arrested for this, saying this now, but for years and years, we had a pirate VHS of it before it, like, when it first came out at cinema. We had a pirate VHS, and we had it until I was about, when did that film come out? And
It was like 1990, what was it? Early 90s, 1993, 4?
Yeah, and basically
it?
we had that until I was at least like 21 or something. That same VHS, that pirate copy of
1993. Yeah.
What was the first pirate DVD, pirate video that you've ever seen? That you ever watched?
Oh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that was rife, wasn't it? That was like everywhere.
When that came out, that was the first pirate video I saw.
Was that the first one you saw?
I remember having the original Spider-Man.
What, the TV, straight to TV one, or?
No, the very first.
Oh, you mean the Tobey Maguire one?
Tobey Maguire, yeah.
God, how young are you, Dan?
Shut it.
Shut your mouth. Shut your fucking mouth.
Shut your cake hole.
We've got a couple of comments, guys. Retro Game Crusader. Motherfuckers. Right, motherfuckers.
Three more fuckers.
Hey, mate, you're right. A new VMU. I'm not as active as I would like to be on YouTube at the moment, but I do have some content up, and very soon. It's just getting the time to set up, and it'll be half-assed in time.
Well, when your content's ready, everybody go out, check his channel out. It's already been promoted earlier in the stream, so.
Retro Game Crusader said Star Wars Episode 1 for me. Fucking hell, mate, how old are you? I was doing a car boot sale, and I walked past it, and it was there looking at me, and I thought, fucking having some of that. It was literally
the first pirate video was Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And that would have been DVD as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would have been DVD, wouldn't it?
Ah, interesting. So yeah, guys, first pirate DVD video you've watched. Mine was actually RoboCop, and the cop was so piss poor. I sat through it, but it was black and white, black stripes down it, and kind of if you remember that motion.
yeah. I actually, it's weird, but I actually do know what you're on about.
Yeah, like when you used to pause it, and it was like literally, it was still moving.
Yeah.
Like a wave to it, like.
Yeah, that kind of thing. But still watched it. I watched it over and Hellraiser.
God, not fade away.
Oh, you know what? Hellraiser was one of the first horror films I ever saw, and I shat myself.
Retro Game Crusader was 25.
Same age as me.
Yeah,
Same age as
it is then. Yeah. These young'uns, it probably was, because you think about it.
So when did episode 1 come out? 1998?
99.
99?
99.
Yeah, 14, so I guess it's kind of about right.
What was yours, Adam?
Me? can't remember what the first one was. I saw a few. I just remember a lot of our films were recorded off the telly, so it's you know, you fast forward through all the adverts and that sort of thing. But I can't really remember favorite ones. I remember we had a few sort of videos from video shops, but I don't know where they came from.
You know the video nasties. They used to be legal in certain video shops in the UK as well, and I think the people used to sell copies of them, or people used to rent copies out in like, you know, in Blockbusters, the Ritz. If any of you had Ritz over there.
Yeah, can you remember Ritz? Bloody hell.
Rent copies out. Yeah, Ritz.
Ritz Video. Jesus.
Ritz Video, yeah.
That actually became Blockbuster though, didn't it? They got bought out by Blockbuster.
Yeah, I used to love Blockbuster Video. It was always in there. Always.
Retro Game Crusader is a good boy. He didn't really need copy tapes.
See, when we were in the late 80s, early 90s though, we were too young to go cinema.
but what the key is here, I think obviously now it gets to cinema, and then literally 3 months later you get on DVD or Blu-ray. 2 months after that it's on Sky TV. What you got to remember is Empire Strikes Back, when it came out in 1983. It didn't come on VHS till 1985, so 2 years.
Yeah.
If you were to watch it,
that's quite a wait.
You either have to wait 2 years or
and also
that's actually true.
A lot of films came out in the US first as well, didn't they? And,
yeah. Weird nowadays we get quite a few movies early, don't we?
Scratchmaster Webb, his first copy video was Wayne's World 2.
Oh, what a film.
Excellent. Oh no, that wasn't Ted.
Retro Game Crusader, I used to sorry, I read that wrong. I used to burn, not bum, like I read it, my own PS1 games back in the day. So he is. So you are.
You are a bit naughty then. You're a bit naughty.
New VM, you are our newest friend. What's your name, mate? By the way. The first movie he watched was Alien, and he believes it was on the VHS.
What a film!
I remember my old man bringing it home and watching it late one night. Then could not get to sleep because I was too scared. But which I think we've all done. Salem's Lot for me. Mum and Dad had a pirate copy of that, and that was a good pirate copy. And I just remember, if anybody's seen the film, when the first brother who gets bitten is like hovering over the hospital, and his brother gets up from bed and walks towards the bed. And at that point, I watched it about 3 or 4 times. At that point, I was like this, like quivering in the back of the settee. And for years and years and years, I didn't know what smashed. So something smashed, and literally I didn't know. And it turns out it was his drip feed, like blood drip feed.
Oh right.
All right.
But for years and years, I didn't know what that was. But
I can remember.
If you want to hear our horror film chat, then you can tune into
it will be up in time for Halloween.
Yes.
No overbugs here. Hey fellas, evening all. Sorry, I can't stick around for long doing a stream myself.
Evening.
How you doing? We were just talking about you as well, so watch your back. Yeah, watch your back.
Going back to pirate videos, I can remember another one that I had for years and years and years, and that was Cliffhanger, the Stallone movie.
I've heard of that. Yeah.
And you know how you was talking about crap copies? This one was actually filmed from the cinema, so you can actually see people getting up.
Yeah.
Like when you're watching the film, you see people getting up out of the seats and stuff. Oh, I can remember that.
So bad. So bad. Speaking of cinema, has anyone been to see a recent film lately at cinema?
You know what? I think the most recent film I saw at cinema was Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, okay.
Jesus, that was a while ago.
Yeah, so what's that? That 2013? So last year? No, 2012?
So is it 12? 12? One of them. I've actually been to see Into the Storm.
Any good?
It was really, really good. It's like a huge freaking emotional roller coaster. literally, like, there was so much destruction. It doesn't stop. It's just continuous, and you're proper on the edge of your seat for like most of it. Your heart proper like goes, and your adrenaline.
It's like a disaster film, isn't it? About that.
Yeah, it is. It's about one of the worst storms that they've ever had.
Like Twister on acid.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you see that there's like loads of them.
Has anybody seen Guardians of the Galaxy?
No.
No, not yet.
No?
Not yet.
I've
Anyway.
got nobody to go with. Nobody will go with me to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, mate, go on your own.
I was thinking about it. I'm off tomorrow. I might go.
There's nothing wrong with that.
One ticket, please.
My brother did that once. He was like, "Ah, sod it." He just sat there on his own in the corner.
Was that a clue to what you've just recently seen, Steve?
What was that? Guardians of the Galaxy?
No, yeah.
No,
The
there's
turtle.
No.
coming out, isn't there?
Another dodgy copy, isn't it? Because in America, it's not
Did
released.
anyone know about the Tick's coming back? The Tick's coming back.
Huh?
Do you remember the Tick?
Yeah, I do remember the Tick.
It's
I've seen
coming
it.
back. It's making a comeback.
Hey! Dan's excited about that anyway.
It just made me think because of the whole Turtle film coming back. I just suddenly realised and remembered.
What was the last thing you saw at cinema, Ghost?
Last thing I saw at cinema was quite a while back. It was I can't remember the name of it. It's the Tom Cruise one where he can keep reliving the same day.
No, it's
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, that was the last
it's
one.
called something else though, isn't it? It was called Edge of Tomorrow in the cinema, and now they've changed it for Blu-ray or video release or whatever you call it these days.
Video release.
Video.
What's it called?
Release. Yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah, it's worth watching. It's a good film. I did watch a DVD the other day, which is quite an old one, which I thought was really good. If you haven't seen it, it's 147 hours, is it? The one where the guy gets his hand trapped in the.
Oh yeah, you know if you watch that backwards, that's about an amputee who finds a hand in the desert.
Genius. And has anybody seen Memento? Talking about watching films backwards.
That's an old Guy
It's a
Pearce.
good one.
Guy Ritchie, yeah. There's on the DVD release, you can watch it backwards and it all makes sense. But
Really? Because that film made no sense to me when I watched it.
it's actually filmed that way, so you can watch it as a standalone film. It's quite good.
Ah,
No, the last film I watched.
That's actually quite fascinating.
Gravity.
it's quite clever, actually. Yeah.
What's that?
The Memento.
Yes!
You can actually watch it back.
Yeah. Gravity.
I watched Gravity yesterday.
What did you think of it?
I watched it yesterday.
What did you think of it?
Do you know what? I really, really liked it.
You watched
No, I
it
really
yesterday,
liked it.
Steve.
No, okay.
It was a bit slow.
You know what? Really? Started off really good. I thought the whole sort of like the reason they're floating in space. I won't go into it too much, but the reason they're floating in space. I thought that was brilliant, and I thought with her and George Clooney getting to that other space station, that was brilliant. And then
obviously she's dreaming because he's not actually there, obviously.
Oh, thanks, you spoiled it.
No, I'm not spoiling it. I'm not spoiling all of it.
Dan, you spoiler alert.
That's not a spoiler alert. Wait, anything.
Dan, did you watch it in 3D?
No.
And anybody who's got a 3D facility, you need to watch it in 3D because that sort of adds. I was going to say adds an extra dimension to it. But
You've got a 3D TV then.
Yeah, it's bad.
Have you got a 3D TV?
Say again.
Have you got a 3D TV?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
You.
Money. He's got the money.
Join.
No, hardly.
No, not really.
Mine don't even pick up HD. Standard depth.
HD.
480p.
It's low def. It's low def.
It's no depth.
It's just death.
Hold on. We've got a very special guest viewer who hasn't commented. I don't know why, but he just sent me a message on Facebook.
Okay.
Message is,
in all forms.
I want a shout out on the Stroll stream for that link. Right. So it's the person that sent me the Jennifer Lawrence link. Okay. I'd just like to say it's an honour to have you on here. Happy console gamer.
Really?
No, it was Retro Stephen. Stephen, thanks for the link, buddy. Dan, really?
No, that was me.
That's me. We were both like,
No,
Johnny Millennium.
he doesn't watch this shit. He did comment once.
I don't watch this shit.
He did comment once on my Facebook. You know the profile picture of me and George Takei, and the first time I put that up, he was like, "Wow!" I was like, "Hello, hello, Mr. Johnny. Are you sure you're on the right?"
When Steve Banway added me to Twitter.
Oh, really?
It was like, whoa, the Banway has added me.
Right, Retro Game Crusader. He wants a nipple.
A nipple of what?
Anybody?
Hold on.
Oh, this.
What's that?
What the?
What is that?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, Ghost, you need to talk. Oh, it's a Hawaiian.
It's a bottle opener.
There you go, mate. There's your nipple. Anything else you want to see?
There we go.
Jennifer Lawrence, wasn't
I don't know.
You don't know who she is.
I still don't know who she is, and I've clicked on his link.
I don't know.
That's funny because that's what you just said.
I don't know.
Okay, what?
So we seem to be going well with pirate DVDs. Pirate films.
Yeah, pirate DVDs.
I
think that's a good topic.
Pirate games. Pirate games.
Your first pirated game.
Yeah. Anybody remember? I think the first one, same as Retro Game Crusader. I think the PS1 or yeah.
Yeah, definitely PS1 game.
Yeah, PS1. I think they were really quite right. Retro Game Crusader says, "Fucking hell," because he's just seen a nipple on our and Novabug says, "Ghost, pull your finger out and get my scores up."
In about 6 minutes time.
In about 6 minutes, 8 minutes time, I'll make it.
ETA.
Not going early, mate.
Can going back to the PS1, the copied games. This is how bad my copied games were for PS1. That I've still got every single game, like my original games for PS1, and I've only got 10 left. And I used to have over 100 because the other 100, because like the other 100 of them was all copied. And when I got rid of all the copies, I had about 10 games left.
I think my first copy games were easily ZX Spectrum games. I think nearly all of my ZX Spectrum games were.
Of course.
Onto one tape. You have
Never
about 30
on
one tape.
I think the first one they sort of counteracted that was, if you remember, I know Ghost, you will. Turtles in was it Turtles in Time in the light blue box? It was like a box that big, but it had a wheel in it where like the code would come up and you would have to sort of match this symbol with this letter, and it would give you a code to enter in.
Yeah, a lot of them did that sort of thing. Or in instruction books, it would say turn to page so and so, and what's the third word, or something like that.
Yeah. But
They used to do that on Commodore as well, didn't they, or something like that?
Yeah. Or Jet Set Willy had like a grid with colours on it, and it would say A3, and you have to say what colour it was. And obviously, back in the day, we only had black and white photocopiers, so you couldn't photocopy it. So,
surely you can take a picture with your iPhone, can you?
It's great! It's great!
It's all grey, grey black.
Well, if you type in grey and it's like, congratulations.
Yeah, it actually was grey.
Novabug's first pirated film was on VHS, naturally, and it was RoboCop 2, and it freaked. He freaked out at the chest cutting scene. He was only a kid back then. Who are you trying to kid, mate? You were a 32-year-old man. No, he's not that old. But yeah, RoboCop 2. So.
Wait a minute. No, Novabug isn't 32.
No, he isn't. I think he's the same age as us. Well, he's the same age as me. I think he's slightly older.
Huh.
Careful. Don't want to be upsetting people on the stream.
You're close to 40, mate.
Oh, you joke. I fucking am.
I was actually being serious. I weren't joking.
You're such a cunt.
No. See,
It's not
Mom.
9 o'clock yet. It's not quite
See,
9.
Mom. We'll have none of that.
Whoops.
The only
He's got kids.
I've only ever had copy games on one system, and that's the Dreamcast.
I was actually looking at burning some from our Dreamcast actually, but
I've still got quite a few. I've got like Looney Tunes Space Race, Confidential Mission.
I mean making some backups in case there's any cops watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, backups of our originals.
Oh yeah, there's a cop just there, isn't there? Fucking hell, there's a cop in our stream. I always forget I incriminate myself every time I speak to Interghost.
Yeah, that's true.
Novabugs 37.
Ah.
Fucking hell, I didn't even know you could live to that age.
And I'll say it again, you cunt.
So bad.
Retro Game Crusader is near 30, which means he's probably 31-ish.
Could be 29.
No, because when I was 21, I was always still in my 20s.
Well, Retro Game Crusader's not that much younger than me then, and his first pirate film was Phantom Menace.
Mm.
God, man.
No,
I was a criminal from a young age.
Steve, how old's your kids?
Okay, right. This will shock you. My little girl is 18.
Well, hey!
And my boy's 7. Man.
So how old is that?
Am I allowed to say that to you?
What's that? Oh, right, hold on. Retro Game Crusader, you need to answer this, Sunshine, because you have put Retro Game Crusader, I turn 25 next week. Right, a little bit later on. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm reading it wrong. Retro Game Crusader is nowhere near 30, sorry.
Oh, right.
You don't have to answer anything. You're fine.
You're fine.
You can go about your business.
Wow, that's a little bit awkward.
Awkward.
What was the last film?
Is there anything else?
What?
What?
We've only got about a minute left. I was going to say, Dan, is there anything else you want us to talk about?
What? Sunday Strollers? Not.
You were hosting it, so I just wondered if...
I've let kind of Steve kind of take a lot of the momentum, which is...
No, mate, have the momentum back, please.
No, it's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
If we're fighting about it, shall we just end it? Just end it. Just shoot yourselves in the face or something.
I just want to say that I'm really humbled by the support from everybody, which I've said pretty much every week we did an episode anyway, and the fact that something that I thought had a lot of potential ended up creating such a huge project, which hopefully we'll be bringing back soon. So if you want it...
I thought it was shit and won't be back. Dan will be doing this next series, taking auditions to fill our 3 parts.
Yeah, that's what you guys don't know. The contracts have already been torn up. And, we're holding auditions next month. So, yeah, because I can't deal with these bastards anymore.
I won't be watching.
Yeah, if it's not you interested.
What did one last question from Retro Game Crusader?
Yeah.
No, I can't remember. Keith, Kev, it's Kev, isn't it?
Yeah, Kev.
What did you lads think of my guest Uber shit? This was what he was posting on Facebook. You know, with the one with the little characters. You all see those? The sim characters.
Sorry, say again.
Like Kevin's asked, what did you lads think of my guest the tuber shit? Which was basically his designs.
Oh yeah, with the
characters.
basically made YouTubers out of Sim 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was great. The one that you made of me was awesome.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Kev, you were on. You done the pixel art, didn't you?
I did the pixel art, yeah.
Yeah. That
I've
was.
seen it.
Yeah,
Across,
Kev,
yeah.
wasn't
I did see that
One
video.
second.
It was a quality video. It was a quality video, and he has this huge kind of I saw it when he come running down the stairs and kind of grabbed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you see that? That's what Kev made me. That was my pixel art. It's
I was watching the video, and just the fact that he manages to do all that from scratch, and it's just so well made.
Yeah.
Insane.
Kev, do you get sort of templates off the internet, or do you just make that sort of off a picture?
If he makes these off the top of his head, that's some genius shit. That's some next level.
That is some serious talent right there, definitely.
But yeah, I always see these shows and everything, but people charge the earth for them, don't they?
Yeah, they do. No, they do.
I've made quite a few.
Like, Kev didn't charge me a thing for this, which is absolutely awesome, so yeah.
So good.
That's amazing, because, yeah, I just love it. So great.
I'm jealous. I'm proper jealous, I am. I want one.
There you go.
Where's he gone?
Where's Ghost gone? Are we? Should we stay on for another 10 minutes, or?
I'm game as well.
Yeah.
It depends if everybody's up for it, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Well,
If we still get a few comments, I don't mind, definitely. Not that it has to be comments to stay on, but you know what I mean.
No,
I just got the one I made last. That's what I made.
Oh, that's wicked.
That is fucking awesome,
So
mate.
good. That's wicked.
It's so good.
Have you got the other 4?
No, I'm going to make them. I made this the other day.
Go on Kev's pixel art, be a guest, and you get the other 4.
Great.
It's a win-win situation.
So which one would you like Kev to do? Well, the cast of Lord of the Rings, if possible. The cast of Star Wars. Is that
You Bilbo Baggins.
Every single character.
Gandalf.
Kevin said the one was by a DeLorean from the back. I had to use Photoshop. That one was from the DeLorean from back.
Oh, the one that he did Lawn Boys Post. You see it? He did the DeLorean from Back to the Future.
Sorry, I'm reading like a. Yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. I did see that. See that. So, yeah, mate, that's a real good skill you got there.
It's so cool.
Actually, looking at Ghosts as well. That's quality.
I wouldn't know where to start, so yeah, I'm
It's not actually that hard to make. If you look up on the internet at pixel art and just copy the colours onto the board, it's not that hard. It's time consuming, but I'd say
that's the thing about me. I'm too lazy to make them.
Yeah.
Rather than buying them from like conventions, which they do overprice it, just sit down and make them yourself.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah, no, I'm in awe of it because it's so good, so good.
There you go then.
Right, so people that's watching at the moment it's just Kev, I think. Hold on. We got 6 people watching, so even if all 3 of us are watching, people are watching. So give us some comments. What do you want us to talk about? What do you want to say? I think you know films, games, TV shows, whatever you want. Whatever you want. You tell us, and we even show you nipples.
What was the last film? What was the last film that brought a tear to your eye? There you go.
I think it was Debbie Does Dallas 3.
Oh mate, right at the end. Oh no.
It's just not as good as the first 2.
It's heartbreaking.
It's last 3. Yeah. That brought a tear to my
That's
eye.
rubbish.
The
last
film that brought a tear to my eye was The Truman Show. The truth be known, it's obviously a while ago, but I just found that film really emotional, really kind of sad, and just a bit tragic. That he was there with all his friends and everybody around him, yet he was, so very, very alone.
Yeah.
When he finds out he's alone, he's like in search for his dad, or he still is in search for his dad, isn't he? on the boat. Yeah. So and I think that was really emotional when they met up on that bridge.
Mm-hmm.
It was all sort of like fixed and everything, but that was really good. The last TV show that I cried at was Quantum Leap.
Oh.
What was it? The last one?
No, that was episode 1. Where it was called. It was called the. I think it was the pilot. I think it was called the pilot, where he was a pilot. I think kind of like a pilot show, but it was.
Would you believe it?
Another meaning, but
Isn't the first one
right in the end. Sorry, mate.
called Genesis?
Is the first one?
Wasn't the first episode called Genesis?
Yeah. No, that's
Called
it.
Genesis.
1 and 2, yeah. It was a 2-part.
Genesis.
Yeah, and at the end of that, he basically transforms back to a baseball player, and his sole reason for being that baseball player was to hit a home run on his last season and make sure his team doesn't go down. It was a simple one, and basically it was right at the end where Al comes over to him and says, like, look, your name's Sam Beckett. And Sam's like, yeah, I remember little things, and he remembers something about his dad, and obviously where he is now in sort of 1990 or 1980, whatever it was. His dad's been dead for ages, so he basically gets a phone book, looks up his dad, and calls him, and he's kind of all sort of, obviously he's talked to his dad, he's been dead for 4 years, and he basically like explains one stupid little thing where. One year he couldn't go back for Christmas or Thanksgiving, and he obviously bothered him to a certain extent when his dad died. He regretted it so much, so he basically goes, so on and so forth. I'm thinking about going back to my parents' house, but I won't be able to make it. What do you think? And his dad was like, look, and any son of mine, I totally understand where you're coming from, and basically like on the phone, quite tearful and so on and so forth. And he's like, right, okay, well, look, I got to go now. And he's like, he just mimes it. And it's like, okay, bye bye. I love you, Dad. and he's sort of like on the phone. He's like,
oh no.
Like, oh dear, oh dear. And I think I watched that. Obviously, my dad's been dead sort of like 14 years now, but I watched that after that, and it was like, what would you do for just that one last conversation to say sorry for something so stupid, but and probably nothing in their life. But for you, it's like it meant everything. Where I really shouldn't have said that, or I should have said something then. And
you're not going to cry now, Steve, are you?
Say again.
You're not going to cry now, are you?
I am.
Oh,
Steve.
Please.
No,
I'm not.
don't do it.
No, but
now, everyone. I'm off.
You've got to go, mate.
Yeah.
Are you buckling
It's
it off?
a bit heavy, bit deep.
Yeah,
bit deep for me, this emotional stuff.
bit too much.
He's got to go for a cry now.
Yeah.
It's too much.
Anyway, see you all later.
Bye, buddy.
See you later, mate.
Alright, see you later, dude.
Right, we've got some comments on Quantum Leap and crying. No, we haven't. We've got some comments. Got a lot of comments, actually.
Wow. See, this happened last time, guy. We went on for live.
We're just about to wrap up the show, and then we end up going into overtime.
Right, okay, I'm just going to read these comments and we'll pick out sort of like what's what. Scratchmaster Web, where did you buy the things to make the pixel art? Kev, if you can answer that for us, that'd be cool. Retro Game Crusader Kev, the mass one was hard as fuck. Disco Ruins, who are you, mate? Does anybody know Disco Ruins?
Don't.
Check his channel out in a sec. Hello, mate. You alright? Funky Spectrum. I am here. Disco
Funky Spectrum.
What's up? Funky Spectrum. I am George Bum. Hello. Talk about the ZX Spectrum. Hello, George Bum. Disco Ruins show nipples. I'm guessing troll. But never mind. Show nipples. Game Boy's awesome. I'm here, guys, just chilling and watching. Good man.
Yeah, can we just say about Game Boy is awesome as well? He actually does his own live streams if anybody's caught him.
Yeah. Very entertaining as well. He knows his shit as well, which is Always nice to watch.
So if you ever catch one up on your live stream, it's worth clicking and having a watch.
Yeah. Disco Ruins talk Disco Ruins. Sorry. Talk about indie games. Funky Spectrum. Talk about your experience with the ZX Spectrum, please. We can come back to that one. Retro Game Crusader. I love that movie. What movie were we talking about?
Which movie was that?
George Bum on the ZX Spectrum.
I think you might be on about the one you was on about that you find emotional. Truman Show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Funky Spectrum, talk about your experience. I've done that one, love that games. Disco Ruins, games, they're all funny. Game was awesome, great film, Truman Show. Retro Game Crusader, night lads, night, Kev.
Night, Kev.
Effective Flinch, I am at work, be good, be Chaz. Funky Spectrum, can we please talk about the ZX Spectrum? Thanks, yes we can. Infected
let's talk about the ZX Spectrum.
Bitches. Funky Spectrum. Does anybody remember Automan? I remember Automan, yeah. That was a really good TV show.
I don't.
Could have a.
When was this, Steve? Was this before my time?
Well, the Automan. No, he was. I think he was. He had like electronic gear all over him. I think.
When would this have been? What era would it have been?
It would have been sort of Manimal time.
Manimal. I remember Manimal, but
Manimal. Funky Spectrum. This guy needs to be quiet, maybe. Was that me? Never mind. Disco Ruins. Talk about your favourite sexual position. Troll. Faith Serial Troll. Funky Spectrum. Sorry, mate, if you're not, but do you know what I mean? I need to hear about the ZX Spectrum. Powers of Shocks 1, 2. I've lost the fucking thing. Shocks 1, 2, 1, 2, 8. Funky Spectrum. Hello, Intigos, mate. Can I get a shout out? Thanks.
Wait, no. Funky Spectrum is that Justice for George dickhead, isn't it?
Oh, is he really?
Oh, he is, isn't he? Yeah, he is. No, of course he is.
Do you know, mate, you do fucking really good videos, but stop trolling our mate, because that's shit. Disco Ruins, what's your fave dinosaur? The Diplodocus. Game Boy's awesome. What the fuck is Disco Ruin? Yeah, there you go. Game Boy's awesome. Why are you not talking about sex? Scratch Master Web.
Word live.
Will you be getting the new 3DS? Possibly, if money appeals.
What's the difference between the new 3DS and the old 3DS?
Buttons, I think. Just they've got shoulder buttons. They've got sort of a SNES look to the buttons, buttons, and you can only play a certain amount of games on them, or certain games on them. So basically, Nintendo are alienating people that's got a 3DS or 3DS XL, which is crap.
So
Funky Spectrum, can you answer some questions, please, mate? What's your favourite? Right, Funky Spectrum, fuck off because you're pissing me off now. Disco Ruins, I don't know. Soz, he's a member of the public. Yeah, whatever.
If you're just trying the comments, just skip his comments, mate.
Yeah, I'm just not in the mood. Not in the mood.
No. Funky Spectrum. Oh, there we go. Funky Spectrum. Hashtag Justice for George. Hello, mates. No,
how much longer is this bollocks going to go on for?
Do you know what I mean? Why carrying it on?
Still going? Is it still going on?
I don't know where it is going. I think he's like just keeps doing this fucking hashtag bollocks thing, and it's like, what's the point in it?
Yeah.
It's like that. If you're so bothered about getting your scores up, just follow the fucking rules.
Yeah. Right, this is the thing, mate. Right, answer the question, okay? I agree. Getting a camera is not for everybody, but do a camera where you just like putting the game in, or however you want to do it, but just prove it's you. Because again, you are very, very entertaining on your videos. But stop fucking trolling our mate, because that's. You know, videos.
At the end of the day, if your Justice for George thing is about getting your scores up, you're not going to get them up by fucking about. Do you know what I
mean? No, you just. And to be fair, Intigos has been around a lot longer than you, and so have we. So you know, there's only got to be one winner there. So, but mate, please stop making your videos because they're good, they're entertaining. Just
It's annoying because he lets himself down. He does let himself down by doing that. Because he's got good videos, so just stop letting yourself down.
Yeah.
There you go.
Scratch Master Web says.
That's the last we'll say on it.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. The new 3DS is a quicker processor, as well as it will have some games made especially for it. So yeah.
Cool.
There we go. Are we caught up?
I think so. Yeah.
It was all done by like 2 people.
Say again.
It was all done by like 2 people.
But somebody wanted to talk about. Oh no, yeah.
About a new 3DS? No, I do. Do you know what? I don't know enough about it to talk about it.
Yeah, same. But Intego let me play on his 3DS when we went to Revival, and it was awesome.
The 3DS XL.
I think that's what he had. Was it an XL? I'm sure it was an XL. It was good anyway. It was good. Yeah, playing Super Mario 3D Land.
Go on.
Things that have made me cry. Has anyone ever seen?
Going back to the things that made us cry.
No,
I've seen that.
Facebook. That's the tsunami.
The tsunami in 2004 in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
It's literally one of the most powerful films I've ever seen ever.
Is that Ewan McGregor?
Yeah.
Ewan McGregor and Naomi Watts.
Yeah.
And Naomi Watts is just literally, her performance is stunning. Like Jesus, her acting in this is just absolutely out of this world.
Yeah.
And it's just such a powerful, emotional, just wow, it's just so good.
Did that happen on Boxing Day or was it Christmas Day?
Christmas. They first go away on Christmas Eve, and they celebrate. Then they celebrate Christmas Day together, and then they go out onto the beach and like spend time together as a family. And then they're basically on this resort called the Orchid Resort, and basically they're kind of lounging around, having fun in the swimming pool and that. And literally, this huge wave just comes crashing over the top and just like demolishes everything.
Does it have a happy ending?
Am I going to spoil it? Probably not.
No, I don't.
Dan, you spoiled everything else.
How is that spoiled? Everyone knows what tsunami is.
Every time you talk about a film, you spoil it.
I didn't spoil that one. I didn't. It's good though. Watch it. Like,
I'm so glad you didn't see Guardians of the Galaxy this week.
Oh yeah, that's it. Ruined it.
Okay, I admit it. I messed up on Planet X, but that's it.
Have you seen Ghostbusters yet, Dan?
Oh yeah.
No, don't get the DVD. We know you've got the DVD.
No, shocks. I can see it. Like, I have seen it. I've seen it. Look, I've seen it.
No, have you watched?
Can I just say one thing? Can I just say one thing?
I've seen it. I've seen it. It's here.
Guys, can I just say one thing on the stream? Okay. Funky Spectrum. This is a comment from him. Yeah. That film was okay. It was a shame they only covered white people in it, though. Is that a racist remark?
Yeah.
Or is it not?
I think we should just stop reading his comments.
yeah, absolutely. But I just want.
You know what? Right? We as a group don't often do live streams because we're so busy and stuff, and also because you never know what you're going to get. Comments like that make you less want to do them. Because at the end of the day,
that doesn't bother me at all. But it's a case of you give the guy a fair shout and sort of say it as is, and then he becomes a bit of a dick, and it's like, no. Do you know what I mean? I think you're playing a very dangerous game there if you want to go down that way. And I'll be honest, I've never had a troll in my life, and if this cunt starts trolling me, then he's going to have something different to deal with. Do you know what I mean? So, but that's my personal thing. So,
well, sometimes I do miss.
It doesn't bother me because, like Shock said, we don't read his comments out.
No.
Or we read the ones that he makes himself look stupid at because
that's why sometimes I miss how YouTube was years ago. I sometimes miss how YouTube was the first time around when I was on it because there was none of that really, not that I knew of anyway. And it was just so much more, people were more pleasant, more respectful, and as the years have gone on, people have just grown more and more nasty and just like can't give a shit about anyone but themselves.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I just miss how YouTube used to be to an extent.
Just don't give them the time of day.
End of the day, you do a live stream. You're going to open yourself up to it. It's going to happen. There's not a lot you can do.
Basically, if he puts a normal comment, then fair enough. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're not going to exclude somebody from the stream and stuff like that if they're being genuine. But if they're just fucking about, then.
Well, I mean, Interghost has given him the benefit of the doubt time and time again, and now I'm at the stage where I'm thinking, why does Ghost even bother? Because like all he's doing is talking to a brick wall because it sinks in, and it just carries on. So.
Yeah. Well, look, I'll give him some credit here, and it appears he didn't mean it like that, and he's like, you're missing the point in that comment. Can you please read the comment instead of taking it the wrong way or the wrong end of the stick? That's mate. That's fine. If I've read that wrong, then I've read that wrong. But again, it's kind of like because you riled us up anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You're not doing yourself any favours.
We're looking for the negatives in your comments because there's been a lot of negatives coming from Insco, so we're only sort of acting on that, or I'm only seeing what I want to see because you come across like that kind of person, which I've spoken to you on your comments as well, on your videos, and you know you don't seem like this person that makes silly comments. You know, but hey, yeah. Right, Adam Bloomfield, some really good conversation about the race in that game. Okay, if that's a trolling comment, I don't know. But then again, I'm looking for that maybe. I don't know. Don't bother watching Titanic. It sucked. Oh no, it sunk. that's Scratchmaster Web. Don't bother watching Titanic. It sunk.
You don't think about the Titanic. It's like there's been so many different versions of that film, and they all end the same.
Yeah, there was Titanic 2.
No, there was Titanic 2, wasn't there?
But it wasn't a sequel. It was not a sequel. It was a horrible...
You know, Titanic 2 did the boat sink.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's basically about a ship that sails 100 years on from the mission.
Yeah, but it's just the same.
And it suffers. And it was made by Asylum.
Long Gron Van Hughes and Dong. How do you pronounce that? Is here. Hello, mate. How do you pronounce that?
Long
Rods Van Hugendong. Really bad because I know him, but it's struggling with pronunciation there. So actually, I've just realised I haven't subbed to you, which I'm just about to do, mate. There you go. Sweet. So should we wrap that up then, guys? Because
yeah,
it's just turned into a bit of
we've done the planned hour. We went into overtime to answer comments. So.
Yeah. All good in the hood. Right.
Yeah, all good in the hood.
All good in the hood. Until next time, guys. Sorry.
Going done.
I said it was mostly worth going into overtime.
Right. So
hashtag justice for Interghost.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
On that note, anything to say, Shocks, to finish it off with?
No. Oh, 3 dudes and a sofa. Anybody who watched the pilot episodes last year, we did a full series. Where was it? Revival. But yeah, new series starts this month, so look out for it because the first episode we're going up this month. Then we've got the Halloween special for October, and then of course we've got a few more episodes to finish off the rest of the year. I'll finish on that.
I had a quick comment from someone asking, are we going to be planning to do any Halloween specials or any Christmas specials of the Sunday Stroll? And I basically replied to him saying we haven't spoken about it yet, and if it was to happen, then you'll just I guess you'll just see it. And if we don't get a chance, then obviously we won't. Even if we don't do a Halloween one, we might even do a Christmas one.
I think it's worth thinking about though, guys.
Yeah. We're going to obviously strongly consider a second season, but also in the meantime, if we do happen to do anything like a Christmas one in the snow, if we get snow this year, probably not.
It rain as always.
If we can brave the freezing cold, then it's always an option, I guess. We'll have to talk about it more and see what happens.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah, like a little bit of a
Worth
spin-off.
considering.
It is. So, yeah, thank you ever so much to everyone that supported it, really.
Anything you'd like to say, Steve?
No, I think that's it. I think thanks for watching us. Thanks for the comments, even though it turned a bit sour at the end. But
unfortunately, it is what it is.
Yeah, if we've got the wrong end of the stick, then I do apologise. But it's not based on this, based on what has gone before. So, you know, we can't sort of like argue with that. So, but thanks very much for watching, guys, and we will see you soon.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Cheers, guys.